Hello and welcome to Game and Gain. My name is Muzz and it is going to be episode 3 of the Football Manager server. Currently we have just begun the 2020-2021 season and I managed to keep Sunderland up. Just. I can't show you the table unfortunately because we've advanced past that stage, but I can show you last season's results. And when did I? So I took over against Blackpool, drawn 0-0 with them, which was a great result considering they were top of the league. Won away at Southend, which was huge because Southend were one of our relegation rivals. In fact, they ended up getting relegated. Then 4 underwhelming performances, honestly. Shrewsbury were up at the top, so that was kind of be to expected. However, this result was massive for Wimbledon. It ended up they were one of our relegation rivals. They had just got a new manager, Emma Hayes, formerly of Chelsea, and she destroyed us. And then Peterborough won each, Burton, and at this point I was actually in the relegation zone. It was not looking good, but then we managed to pull out 2 victories on the last 2 games of the season to keep Sunderland in the Sky Bet League 1 competition, which was great because it would have been grim to go down to League 2, but I was okay with going down to League 2 because it would have been it's a rebuilding process anyway. It would have just meant a longer rebuilding process, but glad we managed to stay up. And this season, it's been going well. It's been going very well. So we are now 7 games in, and we've only had 1 defeat in the league. Some big victories against Middlesbrough away was a very good one. I think we actually dominated that match. We played very, very well. Ipswich at home 2-1. Then the unfortunate result was this one, 1-0. They scored with their only highlight. Was very disappointed with that. Rochdale, yeah, that actually turned out to be a good result because they are close behind us away from home. And then we got a revenge against Hull, winning 2-1 away. But then this one stands out. Oxford, who were 15th in the table when we were first, it all started so well, and then they scored a 93rd minute winner. 2 screamers from them. Again, they had limited highlights. We dominated the match, but they just scored some absolute screamers. And then Burton away 4-0 victory, very good. And the next couple of games are looking pretty tasty. Our first challenge against one of the other teams, or controlled by a human player, is against Bolton. Bolton. They finished just outside the playoff places last season, doing very well. And if you will look, you'll see that there is no Blackpool. Blackpool actually got promoted as champions. However, it was not the most vintage of League 1 seasons. It was quite exciting because a lot of the teams didn't want to win the championship who were near the top. They kept losing or drawing against teams who they really should have been beaten. But Stuart managed to pull out the bag, or should I say Ryan Hardy carried Blackpool to the championship, and I will show you how they are getting on in a minute. So to look at the league, we are actually currently 2nd in the league because I believe that Wigan are ahead of me now, but they have played a game more. So as you can see, the 3 teams that got relegated from the championship were Wigan, Middlesbrough, who are down here, and then Hull, who have not had a good start to the season. I'm currently a game behind, but I have been doing some very good performances in the league, and I think a large part of that is due to the whole rebuilding process that I done over the transfer window. Now, this is going to be a lot you will see here. There's a lot of players who are in, who are out, so it should be higher, should be more than that. Is this the one? Okay, this is the one, right. So starting from the very bottom, as you can see, we brought in a few notable players from the Championship for not a lot of money, honestly. Marcus Madison, he is looking like a player. If his profile will come up, which would be nice. It's not coming up. Oh, there, that should be his. There we go. Took a little bit of time. Great stats. I mean, look at those stats. Unbelievable. The flare, long shots. Amazing for this level. Sammy Amiobi, formerly of Newcastle. So Newcastle fans won't be happy with that. We signed a former Newcastle player. Jack Hendry from Celtic. Good signing, good centre back there. Kieran O'Hara from formerly of Manchester United. Liam Lindsay of Stoke at the time. And then Stephen Kingsley. So this is essentially all first team players for us now. This boy is a young 17-year-old who I signed. One of my visions for the club is to sign players sign young players and train them up using the club academy. Then we've got a guy on loan, Ethan Hamilton, with an option to buy. Again, another young player. He's not going to probably see that much first team football. But then we have a few of the big ones. Shane Long, got him on a free. Very, very happy with that. Sam Hart, formerly Blackburn, good young, well, I say young, he's 24, but decent kind of backup left back for us. And then this guy, Francesco Antonucci, has been a revelation. He has been our top performer since he joined us on free from Monaco. As you can see, again, just excellent stats. Been getting some good goals. And then looking at a few other notable ones. Josh Knight of Leicester, Jack Rolls of Tottenham. Again, just getting young players, young English players to come in and try and fill out the ranks for us. And then another great right back from Huddersfield. Look at that potential. Looks like a good quality player. And then I got reunited with Barry Mackay. I have signed him now, so I think hopefully he will. Obviously at Portsmouth, he didn't do the business for me, but hopefully he can do it at Sunderland. And he has already scored more goals than he did for me at Portsmouth in 2 games. So now this one is the big one. This notable, huge transfer fee for Ashley Fletcher. Bit of a risk because he hadn't scored in 15 games. This is the one that could go wrong. Again, quality player. The way we like to play is we press high, so that's why I've got kind of Shane Long and Ashley Fletcher there to kind of press up and try force them long so we can get the ball back quicker. Cameron Dawson, quality keeper. He will come in and be our starter. You look at aerial reach, kicking, punching, reflexes. Just very, very good in terms of, I mean, for this level. And then this boy, 1.6 million, looks like a very, very good deep line playmaker. A role that we had to fill because one of our star players, Bali Mumba, got sold to Leicester for 10.5 million. So we're a big outgoing of players that just weren't doing it for me. So we had a big clear out in the summer, and as you can see, that is a lot of players that we have brought in. I don't want to count, but it's essentially a new squad. It's essentially a new squad, and I'll show you how we have been lining up in the tactics department. Sorry, my internet seems to be running a wee bit slow. So it's a 4-2-3-1, and we like to overlap with the fullbacks. We attack with width. I like to shoot on sight. We have been very successful from set pieces, so we have some quality deliverers of the ball, so that's why that's on. Some very good dribblers as well, so that's why I want to run to the defence and be more expressive, because that's how I like. I don't like being more disciplined. When we are in transition, we like to counter. I may change this because I feel like when we win the ball, we should really try and counter quickly. So I think I'm going to change that, because I think we allow teams to get back into shape too quickly, and that allows them to kind of stop us from making a decent attack. And then higher lines of engagement, I like to try and prevent the goalkeeper from making a short goal kick. Try and play it long so we can win. So this is kind of the setup that I've been going with. Since Mackay has came in, he's kind of taken that part. We have, it's honestly becoming hard to fill out the bench in terms of I don't know who to bring in, because I have quite a lot of options now. But this is definitely the set back line that I'm going to go with. Kingsley, Lindsay, Knight and O'Neill. Sorry, I don't know how to say that name. And then we have Cullen, who was another one of our notable signings. Box-to-box midfielder, and Ledson was the deep line playmaker. And Antonucci, who has been our quality player. And we have Fletcher, who has been starting for us, but Shane Long on the bench. So, been going well. We've been scoring goals. We've been doing the business there. I will look for Blackpool now. Oh, I mean, if my computer, there we go. Blackpool. So good start to the championship, it seems, for Stuart. He is currently in 4th, I believe. Yep, 4th in the championship. So doing the business there. Against some tough opposition, Sheffield United got relegated, as did Watford, who Stuart managed to get a good victory over. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Stuart does in the championship. I'll have a look at his transfers. I can't remember who he made. Let's have a look. So this was all this season. So a lot of Stuart likes the Scottish players. He likes the Scottish League, so he has signed a lot of players from there. No one really notable going out, just the 250k. Trying to see if there is any major ones. I mean, Billy Gilmore again, Ryan Brewster, 2 hot prospects there. He got Charlie Adam in a free, which we agreed was great to see. Charlie Adam going back to Blackpool, and the last time Blackpool got to the Premier League, it was due to Charlie Adam was in the squad. So see if that happens again. And I'll go to Bolton now and just show you how they have been getting on, just so I give everyone a fair shake of the stick, if you like. So look, he is currently 7th in League 1 this year at the minute, and just to see how he has been getting on. Good start, very good start, and then unfortunately it's kind of hit a bit of dip in form, really, although he did recover against Newcastle's under 23s. Shrewsbury away against Sunderland, that's the big one. That's going to be a good game. I will try and record it. I'm not sure how to do these videos yet, whether I should do it like every couple of weeks or wait till like a big thing happens. Still not decided that, but it looks, I'm hoping you're enjoying it. So we'll just have a look at Luke's transfers as well. Unfortunately, he has not been able to do much because of Bolton being, in fact, he has spent zero on transfers. So Bolton are not giving him any budget to work with, really, and he's done a good job of trying to get in, you know, decent players. Lewis McLeod was someone that I was looking at. Unfortunately, I didn't go for him because at the time I still had a deep line playmaker, and he was wanting to build a team around him before he left. Ronan Curtis, formerly Pompey, didn't like him. Hopefully, Luke gets something out of him that I couldn't. Naki Wells, good signing there. I've always wanted to sign Naki Wells in one of these, but just never have. So, and he's getting on a bit now, 30 in this save. So, yeah, it seems as though we are all gearing up for a good title push potentially for myself, Sunderland. And Luke could be looking at the playoffs. Stuart has been doing well in the championship, so it could be an interesting season. Only one of my players is in the top top average ratings. Every other one, but I believe we are doing well in team stats. I'm trying to have a look. So away form, we have a good away record. Our salary is the most, which I was kind of expecting. Average possession, me and Luke are up there. Shots on target, we are significantly ahead of the other teams. Average attendance, good. That's good to see. We are at the top. Goals, 16, so we're second. So we're doing well in that department, which is something I've struggled with in this FM so far. So that's nice to see. And then pass completing ratio, it's looking good. So it's looking, yeah. I think I've finally potentially found my team. Portsmouth clearly wasn't. I think I've got a tactic that is now working for us. See this? See all these green? This means they're having a, you know, they're doing well. I had none of this at Portsmouth. None of my players were like this. But you see, Barry Mackay's up the top, only played 2 games. Ashley Fletcher's done well since he's come in, so that at the minute the 3.3 million is working. But Josh Cullen scored a hat-trick on his debut, which was amazing for a box-to-box midfielder. Has been, you know, key for the performances we've been putting in. Antonucci has again been key, doing very well. Our right back here, I'm going to try and say his name, Duhani. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Henry, and we have been having some good performances, so just hope to keep that going. So if you liked what you saw here and you want to keep up with us, just like it, potentially share it with your friends. It means a lot. I'm trying to obviously do this. Hopefully I'll get a better schedule and try to figure out how I should record it. I think it's just a case of I get too into the game and then I really forget to record anything, and then it's just a huge jump. So I might try and stagger it a wee bit more. So I might do one before the January transfer window and then one after, just to see what it's been like. But yeah, if you liked it, like it please, and any thoughts, comments, general hostile remarks, leave them below.